What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today is Sunday, August 6th. It's the 5th day inside the Big Brother house. And where we left off with yesterday's recap and what was going on inside the house as everything was kind of wrapping up for the night was Reilly was the HOH. She had just saved both Cory and Jared, leaving Felicia and Kirsten up on the block still, with Kirsten being kind of the house target. Everyone seemed to be very on board with getting rid of her. We also had two sides of the house begin to take shape. First off, we had the one side of the house, the handful. You can see them up there on our alliance chart here. We had Reilly, Jag, Blue, Cameron, and Matt all in that group. And then within that, we also had the crowd control. That was the three-person group with Reilly, Jag, and Blue. And then there was the plan to get the larger group, the family style, going. And that was the one that was going to include Jared, Cory, and America to make it 8-person alliance. They wouldn't know about the handful, obviously. That would be the core of that group. And meanwhile, then on the other side of the house, we had the bye bitches. You had Felicia, Cirie, Izzy, Bowie, Mecole. You also had over on that side Hisam and Red. Both are kind of soldiers. At least when it was initially formed, I don't think Hisam was in there. He may be a full-fledged member of the Bye Bye Bitches at this point, but I have not been able to confirm myself whether or not like he knows the name and all that kind of stuff. But he's very much aligned with that side and a soldier for them over there. Red, they still have some doubts about, but they definitely want to try and make sure he's more with them than being with the other side, because they're going to need him for numbers. Now, that kind of all takes us to today, where we were going to see, you know, the family style, which was talked about and planned, kind of take shape, which it did, and we got to see all of that take place. But it was also mainly about veto. Very early in the day, we had the draw, where we had Blue, Cameron, and Hisam, who were the ones who were picked to compete alongside Reilly and the two remaining nominees, Felicia and Kirsten. Everything would have been fine, right? It would have been pretty straightforward, except for the fact that this is a very messy bunch, and they get very paranoid very quickly, and we kind of have a double agent going on in there with the whole Jared and Cirie connection. Things that maybe normally wouldn't get found out are being found out easier. But let's just say this, the Bye Bye Bitches are fully aware of the family style alliance. Not only is Jared, with him being invited into it, did he fill them in on everything that he knows about it, but also we saw Hisam, who saw them going into the HOH room when it was being formed. He was very sus on to everything that was going on. He filled in the rest of the Bye Bye Bitches on everything. And then even Izzy and Cirie themselves were able to catch Jag, and I believe it was Blue, as they were exiting the HOH last night. So it really was no surprise that this was all going on. But this also made them then worry about maybe a potential backdoor plan on somebody, potentially even it being Cirie herself. And a lot of this was fueled mainly by Izzy, who yesterday spent a lot of time working. She was kind of going all over the place, maybe even working a little bit too hard in this game. And I kind of wonder if, you know, maybe she just needs to take a little bit break. She had a little bit of an emotional kind of moment yesterday, which I didn't really even talk about because it was like everybody has those, right? But one of them was she felt like she was doing too much and that she felt guilty for kind of forgetting about what was going on at home. But then it kind of seems like she just kind of spiraled more today. Like she didn't take her own self-aware realization to heart. it was like she realized, like, listen, I'm doing too much. I'm feeling guilty. Maybe I should take a step back, and then doubled down today. She even made a pitch at one point to Cory to try and align with him in an attempt to steal him away from the other side. So that was very fascinating to watch that all play out today. And keep in mind too, the other side, they're very worried about what the plans may be. Everyone seems to be on board with keeping it the same and getting Kirsten out, but they're so paranoid and worried that it's kind of keeping things more interesting, even though that's not the actual plan. The feeds went down for the actual competition. They return, and Hisam is the winner of the first POV competition. Again, seems like he won't use it. Everyone's just very paranoid on who the potential replacement would be. There was even some thought that maybe some of them threw it. They really thought that maybe Cameron and Reilly were throwing the competition since Hisam won, but then Felicia came in second. And they just felt like people were throwing the competition instead of actually trying to win it and keep those nominations the same. So there was some more worry about that in play. But yeah, interested to see how this all kind of plays out as we keep moving forward in this week. Later on, though, because of all of this worry, Cirie and Felicia kind of felt necessary to, go have a chat with Reilly, right? And they kind of poked around to see if they could find anything out about the backdoor plan, if there was any truth to that at all. They also kind of worked in how, like, listen, the way things have kind of worked out, there's two women on the block. One of them's going to be leaving. And if we do that, we potentially are giving the numbers advantage back to the guys. It was kind of just, a conversation where they were trying to play subtle. They didn't want to, spark off any alerts or anything like that. And then Felicia just didn't care and just flat out said, so, yo, who you aligned with? Which Reilly actually handled pretty well. She was like, well, I think it's early, right? But obviously I feel comfortable with Jag. I like Cory and Blue and Jared. And especially the two of you. So Reilly very smartly, like, knowing, like, make sure to say Jared, because Jared is very closely aligned with those two, even though she has them in the handful. It's weird. The dynamic, they're so messy. They're just so messy. But knowing to say, hey, I trust you too. But afterwards, Reilly then wondered, like, why were they so spooked? Like, what that got them on edge that they felt they needed to have a meeting with me, and why did that go down the way it did? It seemed like we were going to have an early night, but then the backyard opened, and that kind of extended things a bit. People wanted to go out and see and have a good time. It's a good looking backyard as well. Very much gives the feel of a real backyard, kind of out in the woods. Even the house itself, the wall where you enter back in, kind of looks like, siding of a house. It looks like it's a backyard, and that's really cool. But within moments of getting the backyard open for the first time, Felicia fell in the hot tub. Kind of continuing. Listen, if you are 60 and older, you are in the Big Brother house, you have to fall in the hot tub. Jerry did it. Felicia did it. Well, Jerry was more in just a regular pool, but it's still, Felicia fell in the hot tub. It wasn't actually caught in the feeds, but like you could like hear it and everyone was like, oh no. And then the feeds went over. You see her trying to climb out. You can hear the mic like gargling as it gets drowned in the hot tub. So that was pretty funny to witness. But other than that, yeah, that kind of really covers everything. We did have the meeting with Jared and Cirie. They kind of do their nightly recaps and they just kind of filled each other in on everything that was going on. Matt, Reilly, and Cameron stayed up really late in the night, kind of hanging out in the backyard. Jared, in that meeting with Cirie, did kind of fill her in that, like, listen, I don't think the backdoor thing was real. Like, I honestly think they just want to get Kirsten out, so we don't have to worry too much. But yes, they are forming an alliance, and that is worrisome in its own right. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. I love that we're kind of in this like split house already. One side is fully aware of the other doesn't. So it's been a lot of fun so far on the live feeds. Again, I kind of hate the twist with Jared and Cirie being in there together, but it makes it so entertaining with all this that's going on. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. We do have the veto ceremony that should come about either tomorrow or Tuesday. I would imagine it would probably get done tomorrow, though. It doesn't seem like the veto is going to be used. We don't have to worry about any replacement nominees. It seems like everything's going to stay the same as of right now. So we'll see how everything develops. But I have a feeling that there's going to be plenty of intrigue, even though we have a few days still until eviction night. These house guests are just way too messy, way too paranoid, and I'm excited to see how this all plays out. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comments down below of everything going on in there. What do you think of the two different groups going on? We can bring up our alliance chart here again, as I think I gave you a little sneak peek on to what's going on inside the house. Even as I record this, they're still up talking in the backyard, but not much going on there. But we can take a look here at the alliance chart. You got the handful, the bye-bye bitches. Again, I still don't know if we can 100% put Hisam into the bye-bye bitches fully, or if he's just kind of on their side as a soldier. They 100% talk game, and he's involved in their strategies. I just don't know if he fully knows about the bye-bye bitches themselves. Other than that, you've got all of the little duos and close friendships down there on the bottom. We got the Flaccid Five on there as well. And as always and forever, Jared and Cirie right up there in the middle of the whole house, kind of running everything at the moment. You got Izzy and their trio right underneath, as she's the only one that we know of that's aware of the connection between Jared and Cirie. There was an interesting conversation with Cory and Jared, where Cory was kind of, doing his whole Survivor superfan bit, where he was telling Jared about Cirie, and he's like, oh yeah, she's not just like, oh, she was on Survivor, like she's like top 10 good. He's like, oh, no way. Really? So that's always funny to watch him kind of pretend not to know things about his mom, or pretend not to know his mom. So those are always fun conversations. But yeah, what do you guys think of everything going on in the house? Do you have any favorites yet in there? Have people changed? Has your opinion changed on anybody from when we had the cast reveal to now? Who would you like to see win HOH in this upcoming week? What would that be most fun for you? We're also going to take a look at our draft, and we'll have a recap of that on Thursday. We'll take a look at how the whole first week kind of went, and who's in the lead, what the scores are. We have a lot of really cool things, and an extra special little cool thing we'll check out with that's in the works. But thank you guys again so much for watching. I asked you guys yesterday's video, share this video with anyone you know who's a Big Brother fan. Maybe they haven't watched in a while. Maybe they are a huge Big Brother fan and they just need some recaps. Go on, show them this video. Spread the love. We have a great community here on the channel, but also in the Discord. Come on and join us over there. Join the conversation anytime something interesting kind of going on in the feeds. There's always a bunch of us chatting in there, seeing what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Kick and Twitch. You can follow the Twitter. All the links are in the description down below. Pin comment as well. You can find all the info down there. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. We'll have updates again continuing throughout the season. I will for sure be here tomorrow. We'll hopefully find out what happens with the veto and where everything's going with that. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.